Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. Well, look who it is. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Yeah, he moves the spoils in cerulean barrels, where no one would think to look. They're mixed in with regular shipments of fuel to Tuliolo. Were they sold off? You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he'll be eager to get what he can for it. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Husatawi, but I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Ah well, not my finest hour, I'll admit. There's a lesson that Vulture's slippery bastard. If we're going to catch him, we need to back him into a corner with a hard evidence. That's my plan. First, we need to lure him away from here, over to Satawi would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the other to search the barrels for any stolen goods, and using that will expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if he's carrying the bracelet, but regardless, there'll be time enough to find it once he's behind bars. But won't he simply feign innocence? Oh, he'll try, and that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. A duel? That approach didn't work out so well for you, friends, as I recall. True. But unlike before, I'll change him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out of it like before. Every man, woman and child of the wilds understands the importance of duels and the old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in the town? It's not as if we would be using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get him to a duel with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will lose, it'll be the end of the Vulture. The plan is not without flaws, but what do you think? I say let Zeko have his duel. Thanks, I sure was lucky running into two of you. You won't regret this, I promise. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I could count on you. I was seen in Tonatenyavi, so it's probably best to stay and search the battles. Then you're with me. Tell the Vulture I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. Even if he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. You'll want to buy your friend as much time as possible and make your way to Yosatawi. Once you've got the Vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Alright. Let's get it. Or let's get to it, right? I read it too quickly. The ESA were likely the Shaitan is doing. What's his angle? And there's the brat. And there's the brat. It's past time I dealt with him. What's this? An unfamiliar face in this part. Have you not need of the dust watch, sir? What? Zeko tried to rob you, but you apprehended him. I see. So desperate was he to see his friends free from prison, he turned to a life of crime. How awful. You have my sincerest thanks, sir. Might I trouble you to take him to me? Did I write it right? Take me to him. My courier is now accompanying you. Keep him... Okay. I got it. I didn't tattoo the crystal. Not that this is an appropriate time for me to play a tour guide, but if you insist. Shishinewezi Springs is home to a thriving surly mining industry. The prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though. That's a nice... What is this? Skyrim barding. Looks pretty cool. Ah, it's the new one. It's probably the new barding. Skyrim. Valigarmanda? Так, что ты делаешь? Вот это ли? Атеша. Узырковый. Is this the place? I don't see him. Very well, lit on. Yes? Yeah. There's gold in this field. Blue gold. Let's be wary of the beasts in this part. They may prefer to snack on cereal, but for you, I reckon they'd make an exception. Is this the place then? I could have sworn I left him here. That's some sort of joke? Of all the... Let's keep moving. I need those. This better be the place. Now I remember. My patience is wearing awfully thin, sir. If he isn't at the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I would both dearly regret. Fuck, it's a boss. Unless you'd rather I feed you one raw needles and all, cut the chit-chat. Alright, where is he? I don't see him anywhere. Where is the Koa? Tell me where he is or I'll bury you in the same grave. That's it. I've had it with these games, and I've had it with you. Hi, Wakuta. You looking for me? Or whatever the name is, I don't remember how he pronounced them. If he even pronounced them, there might be, there probably weren't any even voice acting. If you want to place me under arrest, you'll have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you.
Wahoote!
Voiced.
Finally caught up to me, I see.
Well, well, if it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Hey, that's my jewelry!
And my bag!
Is all he stole?
So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shishenawetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyola. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Oh, you've seen it then?
No, no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
You would have to arrest yourself.
What's the meaning of this, Wuhute?
Abuhute.
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only because I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Wuhute, I challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
Yeah, have at it.
Let your pistols do the talking!
Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this.
Come on, Zakawa! Give him what for!
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
Oh, you little shit!
That was like a total anime moment.
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, Vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
So this fella is the bigger big shot? I thought this was the big shot of the Dusk Wash. I guess not.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But Wuhute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go. As are your friends.
Hell yeah, brother.
You're not such a bad guy after all.
Just a man of the wilds, like you. But to think that Wuhute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
What are you gonna do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zakua? What do you intend to do now?
Why, what I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Here, this was Vawuk Lamot's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the vulture.
They ended up being rather more complicated than expected, but all's well that ends well. Yeah, finally it's over. Couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Now that we have the bracelet, let us return to Shishinyuezi Springs. Will you be staying there long? I'd like to give you a proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the springs then. My bracelet, thank you. Thank you so much. There's more than just a gift. There's a part of me I could have never hoped to replace. Truly, Vuklamat is blessed to have such a devoted friend. Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us more as long-standing acquaintances. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there's no denying the depth of your bond, though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. Can't say I'm surprised that the deputy chief turned out to be a bandit's leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. An easy claim to make with the gift of hindsight. There you are. The real daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Kukan and Lewin. If it wasn't for your believing in Zakova and doing what you did, would still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard Behute put behind bars, I think, right? Behute will never give up hope that Zeko would find a way to get us out. He always was the best of the daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Unfortunately, our group is smaller now, and lacking in strength besides, some outlaws might see us as an easy target. Even so, if anyone should give the Dustwatch the slip, the daybreakers will there. The vigilantes of this land. We'll train night and day, so no one will get the better of us ever again. Isn't that right? You kinda should probably mix up your jobs, man. You all are machinists. It's not optimal, right? And you'll teach us how to draw your pistols so fast, won't you? Well, we won't need to duel if it all goes as it should. I actually didn't pay attention. Did that Highlander have eyebrows? Because the other Highlander that was the Viper trainer had eyebrows. For the off chance it doesn't, we'd best make sure everyone can match or beat my speed. We owe you a great debt, and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that you have my word. Until we meet again. Okay. What now? If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest, as I'll be here a while yet. Though do let me know if there is any way I can be of assistance. Were you not planning to take the train home? Oh, the train service has been suspended, didn't I tell you? Everything goes against us. You mentioned no such thing. Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well. An earthquake? Must have happened when we were still down south. There have been quite a few tremors of late, and a rather large one struck not so long ago. Not long before you two arrived. I can only hope no one was hurt. At any rate, if you want to know when service will resume, you could speak with the station master yourself. Let's do that. The station is just over there. It seems people aren't too happy about the train delays.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work. It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
The succession ceremony? We would have been in Tuliolal at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
I have to admit, it was a touch strange, having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your
We're
own,
gonna be the
I
inspectors
understand.
of the railway?
Though, if you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful. Thank you! Thank you so much! I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
There they are. That's them, the 2 volunteers. Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe. And this grizzled mug is Zapia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Much obliged for the help.
I'm
We'll make it
surprised they
worth
are
your while,
voiced.
I promise.
Maybe they're gonna play some kind of like big significance in the story? Oh!
Something the matter?
Wait, what? Would you happen to be a fan of trolleys? It's the reflections of the Northern.
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose. But
Northern
they're no
fellas.
match for our cerulean-powered
It's them.
engine.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you.
Now it makes
If
sense.
you'd like to bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
That scene definitely was needed. The flashback sequence, because I didn't remember how they looked.
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber. We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piata-Yonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first. Come on, no time to waste.
To only a small number live live in Shaloani. I must confess that I've never visited the home of the Hitsara. As they largely live in accordance with older traditions, I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroads. Come, let's follow Walika? There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. The train will be in the depot, but you can still see it from the outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the headend myself, so if you peek through the windows, you can probably catch a glimpse of enough jabbering Shenza. Thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do. So let's get to it. We'll see you later. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way after all. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods throughout the world now. That's some old school train. I like that you can see the light from the houses from the distance. So this is from where Koane was taken. Such a beauty. I know more than a few gleaners who would love to explore this land. Ah, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I've never had direct dealings with the people of something, but I do not know that their traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. Ah, such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Shishineweza Springs. The waters nearby are just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. I'm glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. Greetings, travelers, and welcome. So they're basically Native Americans. I'm Hiwatu, chief of Miawatsoan, or whatever the fuck the name is of this town, and this is my son, Shepeto. Is that a unique face? I can't tell. I don't remember I've seen this face before on Mikote. A pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the warm welcome, and apologies for our sudden intrusion. I'm Woblika, station master of Xak Tural railing. The recent earthquake has damaged our tracks, and we require timber to make repairs. This is Maj and Nerville, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. You've a most curious air about you, of oil and steel, tainted leather, and the faintest hint of fair winds blown from a distant shore. Though I know not where, I gather you are not from these lands. I hail from Yorze. Truly, I would love to know more of you and the lands you have seen. I'm told your people hold your traditions in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about those of the others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, as is our love for her lands and her children. The Hetsu in particular have done much to guide our way of life. We're to hunt together, to lay our heads. The Hetsu teach us all these things and more. It is for that reason I believe that we are attuned to the shifting winds around us. Bro, you're looking 20 years younger. Thanks. That's what hair does to you. The less you have it, the better it look, right? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hetsu among the Hetsara. Here we look to the runic for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of Etherites, while we are committed to our traditions, does not mean we reject all outside influences. That said, there are certain things that give us pause. Do you hit Jim? Sometimes, yeah. We will furnish you with timber you require, but first, as neighbors in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. We'd be glad to, of course. Wonderful, we do not often receive guests. Come such a long way, and my son is always so delighted to hear their tales. Now if you follow me. The stand is made with the hide and bones of Runique. I wonder what else they are used for here. If they follow the Runique with the seasons, it makes sense that they would live in tents that can be broken down and transported easily. Say, do you like to hunt? And what weapons do you like to use? I'll speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. So they basically took the kind of story of... Yeah, the story of Westerns, basically. Western technologies moving into the native lands. The Runique have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. A stableman near... I have no idea how to pronounce that. Mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? We have our suspicions. Since others were drawn to this land by ceruleum, Shaoloni has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are a part of that. So it's not in their best interest to help us. As strong and resilient as they may seem, Runic are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influences or innovations, but in this we can't help but worry. Understandably, I thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the Hitsara, but all of Sheloani. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of Valkoana. Valkoana, you say? We know him only through rumors, but he's apparently, how shall I put this? Hand-headed and aloof. He values technological advancement and efficiency to the detriment of all else. Mind your tongue, Shepero. While there is a grain of truth to the rumors, he's not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. His journeys has changed him for the better. So in the course of traveling with him, you witnessed him change with your own eyes? Mazin fought beside Valkoan in the right of succession. I'd take his word over rumors. You took part in the right of succession? You're that close to Dawn servants? I was grateful for any help, but had no idea I had recruited a bona fide hero. The succession of Dawn servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there is clearly much we do not know. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds that we might see Valkoana for who he truly is. Do you think he might visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful that he will do the same. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Runic foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad, and if needs be, we'll seek Valkoana's counsel. My thanks again for your time and the timber. We shall endeavor to return the favor. I hope to see you again soon. I did not soon. We've more than enough timber to fix the ties, and we need to transport it to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't expect it would be given so much. Mind waiting here a spell while I run up a few more hands and a Runic? I wouldn't be long. I'm glad that went well, and thankfully it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. 669. How does it look? Sky Deep Arms of God? What? I had gloves that I didn't use? Probably not a fan of the look. They're too bulky. Titanium gold saber fangs. Let's see if it's any better. Oh! Wait. Can you dye them? You can. Oh, that's interesting. Die number 2. Wait, do they change color of the glow? Ah, it kind of combines with the main color. Oh, interesting. You can make it even more apparent. That's cool. I'm not gonna do it right now. But the previous was also pretty cool, pretty clean design. This is nice because it like creates this glow around it when you unsheath it. Ah, wait, the gloves. I'm definitely gonna glamour them. Which ones I used? I've used these. Or these. Those don't look that bad too. Ah, it's probably from the same set. From the looks of it. But wait, we could get started moving the timber somewhere more accessible. It shouldn't take long if we split the work. Oh, fuck off. I should think this will be enough. That was mighty kind of you to move all that lumber, so we didn't make it back sooner. We'll see to the rest. Once we've repaired the tracks, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Ain't that right, Chief? As much as I'd love to make it so, there aren't any spots available. We can travel on the roof. We'll have to wait for the one after, I'm afraid, but it will be riding free of charge. It's the least we can do to repay your kindness. That's fine. Namika and no few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right that they go before us. I hope you stop by and see the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. And Nito Wivke will be driving. No engineer compares to her, and it's always a treat to watch her work. The only work we should be worried about is our own, Shenze. We've still more to do. I'll find somewhere quiet near the station to pass the time. If there's anything else in Sheloani you're keen to see, I'll leave you to it. How do you feel of the sights? Well, they appear to have almost finished. Let's see where it leads us.
A glorious grand machine indeed. I hope Namika was able to secure a seat.
Here she comes!
That's a pretty short train,
Thanks
also.
to you, we managed to resume service much faster than anticipated. You have our gratitude.
There's nothing so enchanting as a cerulean-powered engine in motion.
Ain't that the truth? Don't think I'll ever tire of watching them chugging along. They make wagons look like toys.
And so long as we can lay the tracks, she can go on and on and on. Before you know it, she'll be crossing the entire continent.
Railroads are a somewhat recent addition to Tural. As it stands, we can only ferry folks as far as Yasolani. And from an operational standpoint, we still have much to learn. There's always some problem or another to deal with. But we'll keep working at it. We'll hone our craft and continue expanding till one day, our trains are running coast to coast. That's the ultimate dream. Goodness, I completely lost track of time. By now, I expect the train will be nearing Yasolani. When it returns, we'll see you on your way. So if you've got any preparations to make, you better make them quick.
Not another one? You can't be serious.
Gods have mercy.
What the fuck is this? Dalaran?
What in the flying? What's happening? Oh, the train. Nitobekwe and the others.
My home lies that way as well.
He just appeared.
We're
Out of
going
nowhere.
to investigate. Right now!
It's awfully looking similar to the technology in the Golden City that we've seen at that gate. What the hell? They're flying into Tuliyollal.
What in the world? Are they heading for Tuliyollal?
That can wait, we have to go. We need to follow that airship.
Heavens forfend.
You're here. Good, good. They came from the sky and attacked without any warning. The people need our help.
The first promise entered the gate. How is it linked? Where they came from with this technology?
Can you stand?
Try to remain calm, everyone.
What the?
I don't know what they are, but they're not men.
Robots? A robot army?
Someone help me, please! Oh! Oh!
Bastard!
What the fuck? It absorbs the soul.
What did it just do?
It looked like it had absorbed the essence into that canister.
Thank you.
Bakul judge at the redemption story.
Save the things. Just get to safety. I'll hold the line here. Fall back to the palace. Quickly, before it's overrun.
Thank you, Bakul Jaja.
This is simply how I do things now. So, who wants to taste my blade next?
That's the girl from the poster. She looked distraught, but she's definitely wove this army together. He's upgraded.
That you should still live.
Zorolcha?
By the gods, what has happened to you?
This is your butchery, isn't it? After everything you've done in service to the throne, how could you betray us?
He traveled through time?
My demand is simple. The dissolution of Tuli Yolal and surrender of all its territories. Refuse, and I will kill every last one of you.
Have you gone mad?
No. My ambition remains unchanged. To teach the masses the folly of war, that they cry out for peace, and thus lead the world.
What has changed you so much, and in so short a time? To harm the very people you swore to serve. This is an unforgivable deed committed by my son. My son!
You have heard my ultimatum.
You will have my answer. By my hands, I will end your madness.
Papa, wait! I should be the one to do this.
No! His sins are mine to bear.
Fear not. Ozoralja is strong. He has never been Father's equal in combat.
Maybe he is now. With the fucking implants or whatever that is on him, probably implants. Cybernetics.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Farewell, Sorolja, my son. And forgive me.
He's not done, right? This fucking thing will resurrect him?
What? How? Despite his old age, the mighty Gulul Jaja remains a fearsome foe indeed. You retain the vitality of two souls, despite the passing of one. I shall even the odds.
Papa?
Even the blessed are mortal.
Father!
You are no match for me.
Murderer. On my honor, as vow of resolve, I'll make you pay!
So the once faint-hearted girl would live up to her title. Very well. If only to demonstrate the disparity between us, I give you a chance to prove yourself. Rally the entirety of your strength. Lay siege to my kingdom. Strike me down, like I did father. Then, will you be his worthy successor?
Trolcha, wait!
My warships will remain in your skies. When you fail to prove your worth, I shall order them to lay waste to Tuli Yolal. Choose your next steps wisely.
Well, the whole story has gone from 20 to 11. From 2 to 11, I should say. God damn. So I understand he traveled through time, and his whole empire is probably behind that fall of the whole sphere. And he decided to just lay siege to the throne. But Ketanam is alive. Interesting. 12 have mercy. How could this happen? But he's still alive? He's probably on the brink. He's blinking. No, Papa, can't die. He can't. Is this Mad Max? I'm not sure I'm a fan of this look. How could this happen?
beyond saving.
Father, please. You can't give up.
Are you there, oh friend?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look after my children.
What? I'm an old fossil like you. I've only got so many years left. But if that's what you want, it would be an honor.
You and I must go on another journey together someday.
Aye, you can count on it.
Oglamat. Kona.
Yes, Papa.
The graves of the Yokwi. You saw them, yes? I always found their teachings comforting.
Please, Father, you must save your strength.
Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. Through you, my hopes survive. Through you, I live on. So do not mourn me. Walk tall and see our nation to a brighter future.
Although Jaja was surprised to be succeeded by his children, to think that he will never get to see them carry on his legacy. What can we do now? At a time like this, we must take the initiative. There will be countless people in need of help. I don't understand. If only I'd be more careful. We must see to the people, assess casualties, as well as any damage done to the city. Yes. I'm gonna leave it here after this, guys. Let's just finish the conversation. Right, so Vau Klamat, Vau Kana. I bring word from the city. The enemy has withdrawn, and the Lance Guard have begun rendering aid to the people. Casualties within our ranks have hindered the progress, but we continue to do all that we can. Thank you for the report. Please inform the guard that they are to prioritize such efforts until further notice. The people. I need to help them. We will assist you in whatever way we can, of course. Thank you, thank you. There are sure to be wounded everywhere, more than I could count. We'll speed it up and help all of them. You can count on us. Alvin and Alice, could you take Bayside, baby, and Kryl and Adamil? The palace perimeter. As for Majin, please come to the Resplendent Quarter with me. We'll all meet back here afterwards. Right, yeah, I'll continue from here next time.